feel like this is one of the hardest videos I'm ever gonna make because I've never felt like this in my entire life. I do not share this at all out of pity or it's hard to find the words. It really is hard to find the words. Tomorrow, we have committed to the people that have graciously gone overboard to bless us with a place to stay the past several weeks. I forget how many weeks it's been.
It's been since like March the 9th.
We are beyond grateful for these people because they have saved my life, because they gave us the exact shelter that we needed from when we left our home. And I was able to come here and everything met my needs. There was no mold and no carpet, and the air quality, everything has been perfect. I have to stay really cold and can't get hot, and it's been perfect. And we are so thankful. But we need to honor the commitment that we made, and that is up tomorrow. And we have looked everywhere you can imagine. We've looked into RVs, Airstreams, tiny homes, apartments, rentals, living with people. We have tested out everything that we could test while the mold dog was here. We have gone physically to every location, and everything has been a no. And while we ask God to clearly show us and to close doors for things that wouldn't be safe for me, it's very hard when you want to honor and commit to someone to be moved on, and yet the only thing you're left with as an option is your car, sleeping in your car, or going to a hotel, which the hotel that we would go to could not be tested because there was not time for that for many reasons. And the hotel that even could be a possibility is actually not a good possibility. We're just gonna be raw and real. At this point, it has nothing to do with the money. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a long video because this is so serious. It has nothing to do with the money. God can provide every penny that we need for our needs, but at this point, what it is I really strive to be positive with my health and my condition just because that's what I choose, and I really want to stay positive. But the truth is that my health is in serious need. The need for a house, for a place to be safe, it has nothing to do with size we are willing to live in a trailer. We are willing to live in a small box. I mean, we'd rather a little bit bigger than a box because I'm in it all day. So it would be, I'd like to walk a little bit. But what I'm saying here is we aren't looking for luxury. We aren't looking for anything to be beautiful and decorated. We lost everything. And at this point, we don't care. Sure, those things were nice and they felt comforting, and that feels great to a person to have a home and feel comfort. But what we are needing desperately is a safe place so that my body can heal. That's all I care about. That's all we care about. That's it.
Do you want to talk about what a safe space looks like?
So, all of my doctors have told me that I cannot be in a home with mold and mycotoxins, mildew, any types of mold, and the mycotoxins that come from mold. Because of Lyme disease and many other chronic illnesses that have come from that, many, I'm not even gonna list them all. I have developed something called chemical sensitivity, and you can't be around stuff that smells strong of any types. Like, it could be something natural, it can be something like a chemical, strong perfumey smell, any of those kind of things. So that's one, and then it's best if I'm not around pets just because it's another allergen. I also was told not to be outside because of the pollen.
Because they think that's what kicked off your not being able to really get anything down for 3 or 4 days because the pollen had just come and we had our windows open. So we'd sleep in a tent except for the fact that
we would.
It feels like, that the issues would be there. And the last thing we want is to,
I don't need to be.
At least twice we've been extremely close to Leah having to be on a feeding tube, and we're trying to avoid that at all costs. She's still on an all liquid diet. We're trying to avoid that, and so these.
And what I need to happen is I need to be. Sorry, y'all. I need to be in a safe environment so that all I have to focus on is just caring for my body, every need that it has, so that eventually we can get more testing done and just figure out some things. And so I can, there's just a lot of things that need to happen, and my body needs stability. My body needs.
Yeah, we've spent the last 4 days basically all day long looking at places and testing out places and driving from here and there and meeting with people and everything else. So it's been hard on Leah's body because she's been exposed to so much that normally she wouldn't have to be exposed to.
And it hasn't been just that. It wears on my body, and my body just needs to be home, and my body needs to not have any stress that's more than. It's a lot of stress to have chronic illness. It is the most stressful thing you could possibly imagine. So having that on top of your house being taken away, and you don't have any place to call home, any place to feel safe and protected, and just able to just. All of my doctors and all of friends and everyone who have ever gone through what I'm going through said, all you need, Leah, is a safe haven, and you don't need to think about anything in your future. You only need to focus on your health and your healing. That's it. And that's what we desire. So imagine we've had put on us the extremes of everything. Not to make it a super long video, but Keith had extreme work hours for solid months. As soon as I ended, he had extreme stress of tearing down a house of 12 years, all on his own. And when I say on his own, he didn't have me or anyone that helping, but he had precious friends and family show up, thank the Lord. And we are so grateful. But that was a lot for one man to do on his own. As soon as he did that, the day, everything was day. When the session was done, then it was the moving. As soon as the moving was done, then it was hit the ground running. This man has not stopped. He has not had a break. We have hit the ground running, searching desperately for everything and anything we can do to move into. Look, we are willing to rent. We are willing to whatever. We are open to God providing for us a home to buy. But that's if you've ever purchased a home or built a home or anything, it's stressful to make such a big decision. And then we have on top of it all of these very specific needs for housing. And so that's made everything more difficult. So imagine the place we're in, everything is just extremely difficult. It is the hardest thing that I can ever imagine going through at the moment. And I have been through a lot. And we don't share this at all out of pity. We felt like God wanted us to share this journey. We decided to open up about it a few months ago. And we're just being vulnerable and raw and real and just sharing our life. And we share all this out of our hearts. We share it humbly. We aren't coming out of pity. We don't want anyone to pity us. And the thing is, we still trust the Lord, and we know that there is something for us. Right now, what makes it really hard is that we have a deadline, and when you're under a deadline, that's when things get stressful, and we want to honor that, yet we have nothing to fall back on at all. So
is there a way you think anyone could help us?
I don't know. We even posted today saying, does anyone know of an Airstream? Because we met a girl who has been through everything that I have been through, and she said if we could find an Airstream, an Airstream might be a type of RV that maybe wouldn't, if it was a few years old but not too old, could have
the least amount of stuff that you'd react to.
Yeah, because of the way they're built. They're built really well, and as long as it was from someone who, took really good care of it and didn't have water leaks, obviously, and mold. And anyway, we're just sharing where we are today. If anything, by us sharing this, you'll know how to pray for us. And if you want to share this video, we'll make it public. We are just putting our life out there, but we want you to know that we are still trusting God, and you can go through the deepest, darkest valleys of your entire life, and that's where we are. And you can still trust God because He is good and He is faithful. And we believe that with all our hearts. And today we're just hurting.
I'm tired.
We're hurting. We're not tired. We're exhausted. We're exhausted emotionally, physically, mentally. I don't think we're exhausted spiritually, praise the Lord, because He is good to us. And we have met so many amazing people through this, and we are thankful for that. That is such a blessing. We are learning so much through this, but hurting. We're suffering. And we need your prayers.
Yep, that's pretty much where we are.
Yeah, we need your prayers that God will open the door for us for something as soon as tonight. We don't know what we're doing tonight. We need to pack up where we are, and we don't know where to go. And I'm just gonna be honest. When you have a need as great as mine, it's scary. And it's not because I don't trust the Lord, because I do. But this is a serious need. You can't take someone with my body and stick them in a hotel or stick them somewhere that hasn't been tested and hasn't, and I can't wind up in the hospital on a feeding tube because we moved out and we moved into our car, or we moved into the wrong place. So that's why this is serious. And I know our last video where we both were sitting and at the lake and talking, it was more upbeat. But we still are thankful, and we still trust the Lord even though we're hurting. And it's okay if you're out there and you're hurting and you're going through something tough. It's okay to hurt. It doesn't mean you don't trust the Lord. It doesn't mean you're bad because you are vulnerable and sharing your raw emotions. It's okay. Reach out to someone and let them encourage you and help you. And so I just wanted to encourage you with that today. If you're going through something hard, it's okay to hurt. It's all right. Thank you for letting us share. I'm sorry that this is long, and I'm sorry I cried so much. But all of you Facebook friends and family, we love you so much, and we appreciate you. Everything, all the notes, all the personal messages, the things that you have just asked, if you could do for us. What's so hard is because so many people want to help us, and we just haven't found that person that can meet the exact need that we have, because it's a tricky one. And so you start to feel like, wow, like you're so blessed by all these amazing people, but it's like you start feeling a little helpless, because it's like, where is that, right place for you? But like I said, we trust the Lord, and it could be that what we need is ahead, a week, a few weeks, a month ahead. It's the timing of everything that is really hard. So yeah, we covet your prayers, and we thank you for listening to this emotional, long video.
Yeah, please pray for guidance and direction and discernment.
Wisdom.
As
we need great wisdom.
And decisions to make, and whatever decisions we might have to make, we just need to feel God clearly place on us.
Yes.
And let us know, look, this might be a safe space for a period of time. He's going to have to let us know and allow us to rest in Him for that particular decision. So thank you so much.